Hi there. Did you know that your gut might have more influence on your emotions than you think? We often talk about feelings as something that happens in our heart or brain, but in reality, what's going on in your gut might play a big role in how happy, calm, or anxious you feel. That's because your gut is home to trillions of tiny living organisms, bacteria, fungi, even viruses, all together called the microbiome. And today we're going to explore how this hidden world inside you talks to your brain and affects your mood, memory, and stress levels in a way that's easy to understand, no science degree needed. Imagine your gut as a big garden. Instead of flowers, it's full of tiny bacteria. But don't worry, these are mostly good bacteria. In fact, they help you digest food, make vitamins, protect you from bad germs, and train your immune system. You actually have more bacterial cells than human cells in your body. This mix of good and not so good microbes is what we call the gut microbiome. And when it's in balance, it keeps you healthy, not just physically, but mentally too. Here's the wild part. Your gut and brain are directly connected. They send messages to each other all day long through something called the gut-brain axis. Think of it like a telephone line. The gut sends messages up the vagus nerve, one of the biggest nerves in your body, straight to the brain. That means if something's wrong in your gut, your brain might get stress signals. And if your gut is calm and healthy, your brain feels more relaxed too. You've probably heard of serotonin, often called the happy chemical. But here's something surprising. About 90% of serotonin is made in the gut, not in the brain. The same goes for dopamine, which helps with motivation and pleasure, and GABA, which helps calm your nervous system. Some gut bacteria actually produce these mood chemicals, so when your microbiome is healthy, your brain chemistry is more balanced. But when it's out of balance, for example, after antibiotics, poor diet, or stress, you might feel more anxious, tired, or even depressed. Let's talk about real research. A 2019 study in Nature Microbiology found that people with depression had fewer of two important gut bacteria, Faecalibacterium and Coprococcus, both known to produce anti-inflammatory and mood-supporting compounds. Other studies have taken gut bacteria from people with depression and transplanted them into mice. The mice started showing signs of depression too. That's strong evidence that the bacteria in your gut can influence how you feel mentally. In one Dutch study, people who took probiotics for 4 weeks reported fewer negative thoughts and improved mood. Another research in Frontiers in Psychiatry, 2019, showed that specific strains of probiotics helped reduce mild depression symptoms in humans. Let's be honest, life can be stressful. But stress doesn't just stay in your mind, it affects your entire body, especially your gut. When you're under stress, your body releases cortisol and other stress hormones. These hormones can disrupt your microbiome, reducing helpful bacteria and allowing harmful ones to grow. And here's the twist. When your gut is off balance, it sends more alarm signals to the brain, making you feel even more stressed. This becomes a vicious cycle. Stress harms your gut. Your gut increases stress. Repeat. This is one reason why stress is linked to digestive problems like IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, which is often found in people with anxiety or depression. Now, for the good news. You can help your gut and your mental health starting today. Here's what supports a healthy microbiome. Eat a variety of foods, especially fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Get more fiber. Your good gut bacteria feed on it. Try fermented foods like yogurt with live cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, or kimchi. Spend time in nature. Soil, pets, and fresh air all expose you to healthy microbes. Reduce sugar and processed foods, which feed the bad bacteria. Use antibiotics only when necessary. They wipe out both good and bad bacteria. Even small changes in your daily habits can lead to big improvements in how you feel mentally. Let's wrap it up simply. Your gut and brain are constantly talking to each other. A balanced gut microbiome helps produce chemicals that support good mood and reduce stress. When your microbiome is out of balance, it can lead to anxiety, sleep problems, low energy, or depression. You have the power to shape your microbiome through food, lifestyle, and connection with nature. Taking care of your gut isn't just about digestion, it's about emotional balance too. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out our next video, where we talk about how antibiotics can hurt your gut and what you can do to recover. And remember, a happy gut makes for a happier mind.